Hi guys and girls, today I'll be telling you about another relationship principle on my Relationship Principle Mondays. I hope you're enjoying these weekly videos, and today's topic is space. I think space is so important in the beginning of relationship, especially in the middle of relationship, especially, and towards the end. I think space is really number one thing that you should always give to your partner and give yourself. Let's just stop and think for a moment that we're all people and we all had lives before we met our loved ones, and we all had hobbies, we all had friends, we all had family that we dedicated certain amount of time for. And let's say, for example, before, when you were single and if your life is not super exciting or filled with activities, you were probably watching TV or something like that, hanging out with your friends a lot. And now that you finally have this exciting person in your life who you adore, who you have butterflies for, it's very hard and tempting not to drop your TV and your friends and spend every minute of that with that person. And I think it's great to spend time with the people you love, but you really need to give them space because they also had a life before you. Interacting with each other on a super regular basis sometimes isn't very healthy. Why? Because people might get overwhelmed with you. You can also get overwhelmed with people. It doesn't mean that because you love somebody you want to spend all the time with them, you will actually benefit the big picture. And big picture is what you should always have in your mind. And what I mean by big picture is that you have to have attraction for each other, respect for each other, and interest for each other for as long as you can. And if you do it all so quickly that you don't give each other space and both of you are so in love that you just want to spend all the time together, it will die very quickly. Yes, there are some happy stories, I'm sure, where people meet together and they spend all the time together and then they just marry and have babies and then just stay all day long together and all their life together, but it doesn't really happen. And I think if you really want to grow in a relationship, grow as people and grow as a kind of power couple, whatever you are, you really need to give each other space because you become more interesting when you give each other space. You go away, you learn some things, you do things with your friends. He goes away and does activities with his friends or learns something new, goes to exhibition. And when you come back together, you have more exciting things to talk about. Because if you're just hanging around all the time together, maybe you're one of those rare couples that do all fun things all the time. But let's be honest, if you in a relationship with somebody, after a certain time, you get into kind of ritual routines that it's not super exciting. And I think it's very important to still do fun dates and to see each other out of the blue on the streets wearing cool clothes and telling the things they've done, basically constantly reintroducing each other to how you were when you just met and you got so attracted. And I think this is the number one game that you have to play in any relationships, is a long game. Also, if you've been going out with a guy or a girl for a few months, don't assume that now they have to spend all the time with you. My tip is always leave in the moment when it's the most fun, or just slightly after, because you never want to leave in the moment where the person is already thinking, oh, I wish she would already go home. Always leave them wanting more. Always leave in the moment when the party is like buzzing the most, because then people will miss you and people will be wishing you were still there. And if you're in a relationship for many years, still give each other space and give yourself space. You still have to be a little bit, not hard to get, but having your own life. And sometimes it's okay to cancel, and sometimes it's okay to say no to a plan because you want to do something else, or if you just want to be alone. I think nowadays people really take kind of a big issue when people want to be just alone and having like a bubble bath. Maybe I just want to be alone and read my book. There's nothing wrong with it. If it's beneficial for you, if you enjoy it, it will really nurture your energy and nurture your character. So spend time alone, have fun alone, have fun with your friends, but I'm just saying that try to keep the distance sometimes and educate yourself, learn new things, and because life is so exciting and you don't have to focus on just one person, even if it's your lover and the love of your life, to get information from. Learn something new, nurture yourself in the first place, and then the person would love you even more because everybody wants to be with somebody who is exciting, who always knows new things, who learns some skills. Even if you have just one hobby and one skill that you're just not sure about what to do else, just make that skill amazing. And your loved one will definitely be proud of you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you think about space in a relationship if you feel you're the one pushing people away or you're the one chasing them, and what do you find the hardest. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next Monday. Bye.